now I want to talk about a company that is fighting wokeness, and that is this Public Square app that has announced that it is going public by it's going to have an IPO, and they are the largest marketplace of pro-America businesses. They launched just around 8 months ago, and they've already got 450,000 members and 40,000 businesses on the app. And they recently announced, like 2 days ago, they announced their intention of going public by SPAC, Special Purpose Acquisition Company. So they're going to merge with Colombier Acquisition Corp. That's the company they're merging with, ticker symbol CLBR. And expected to provide $150 million in cash to fund their expansion. So these guys are serious. $150 million. Looks like they're really looking to expand in a major way. And they say the potential market is 100 million Americans. 100 million people have this feeling about buying products, patriotic. They want to support pro-America businesses. And I can just read you a little quote from the CEO. So he said, "For too long, progressive corporations have prioritized highly politicized ideas over the interests and values of the American people. Because of this, we as patriotic Americans are hungering for a future where the power is back in the hands of we the people, and a parallel economy is created. With the Public Square platform, we are grateful to provide a solution that helps everyday freedom-loving Americans spend their hard-earned money with businesses that prioritize the values that have made the nation so special in the first place. And we're just getting started, and we're proud to partner with the Columbia team." So that's what they're doing. Actually, if you look on their Instagram, it's quite interesting because they have these little posts where they say, buy one thing, ditch another thing, right? So like ditch Tom's mouthwash and buy this other brand, Van Man. And they have that for a load of different brands. For example, they'll say buy Garnu, ditch Tampax, right? For feminine hygiene products. They say buy buy Tuna, ditch Patagonia. I've never heard of. Yeah, see, there's the Tom's mouthwash one, and but the thing is, I've never really heard of many of the brands. It
sound like all no-name brands.
Little known brands. Yeah, there you've got Tampax, ditch Tampax, buy this other one. I mean, I'm sure the Garnu is probably just as good. I should suggest it to my wife. Do you want to get this one instead? She'd probably say no. People trust. That's the thing about it. When you trust a brand, it is pretty hard. I mean, I've got Patagonia here. I like it. It's really good. And I know they're a bit woke, but would I really want to go for
it's kind of like Q-tips and Kleenex, right? They're actually cotton swabs and facial tissues. But we know them by their brands, by those names, because the branding efforts from Kleenex and Q-tip were just phenomenal. And so like that's it's kind of what you're going to run into. Like Patagonia is a world renowned brand,
Yeah.
To go up against them is a fight in and of itself. But you are going to have a tremendous amount of people in the United States who are on this side of the spectrum and say, you know what, I don't need to buy Patagonia. If I'm going to buy newer stuff, I'm going to use this brand. And I think the challenge here for this company is to really going to make it user friendly. How are you going to create the drop shipping? How are you going to create that whole purchase flow? So if I go to your Instagram right now and I go, all right, I want to buy this hat, and I click on the hat, is it going to take me to a place to buy it immediately? Am I going to get it in 7 days? How's that going to work out?
Well, right now what they do is they direct you to the website of the merchant, but they give you a discount code. So basically you get a discount for clicking through this app. And
so now you've got to go to the merchant, create your account with them, go through their steps.
It's the same as if you bought it off the merchant's website. Like, I guess you could check out as a guest maybe, but it's more like a shopping portal, similar to like Rakuten or some of those sites that give you some cash back for clicking through their site. Right? It's kind of like that. So they give you like a discount code and then you click through. And yeah, not all of them have discounts actually. Some of them have discount codes. But yeah, you click through to get to your patriotic site. I would probably try it with some brands. but not with everything. You know, like things that are more generic, like facial tissues. If I felt that they were just the same product, just with a different brand name, yeah, I'd probably go for the patriotic brand. But like Patagonia, North Face, like those brands are so good. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, I would try them. I'll buy a shirt from you or something or other that I might want to get. I'm not going to buy a $500 coat from you like I would at North Face without trying it on.
Right. Yeah.
So
Yeah. When you're
that's
spending a
kind of
lot of money.
right.
Yeah.
So that's where the challenges come into play is the purchase point and exactly what the consumer is willing to pay. I think if they had a portal system set up to where they serviced it kind of like Amazon and
Mm.
you bought directly from them and they took care of it, I'd be a lot more ready, willing,
Well,
and able to purchase.
maybe that's what they want to do. Because I mean, 150 million is a huge amount of money. I mean, what are they going to set up with that? Maybe that is their plan, to set up something like Amazon, the patriotic Amazon. That would be amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, set it up in Texas and Florida to start, and then go
Yeah.
from there. Take your 150 million and monopolize those states. You'll have a
Yeah.
lot more success.
Well, you could
Um,
ship nationwide, but you definitely want your headquarters in Texas or Florida, wouldn't you?
if you wanted to make sure that you were on the 2 day level of Amazon, right, to where you're delivering the products in 2 to 3 to 4 days, just focus on Texas and Florida. Own those places. There's a population of 40 million between the two states. You're going to do just
Yeah.
fine, especially with the atmospheres there with the population. I think you would be a smart strategic move, and then grow from there because the bordering states of those states are in similar fashion.
Yeah.
That would be the strongest strategic move, and then I'd probably be a little bit more inclined to say, okay, well, I'll definitely they can ship out of those states too. So oh, it's going to take 4 days to get to Michigan or to New York or to California. That's fine, whatever.
Yeah, I think the whole thing with Anheuser-Busch with the Bud Light stuff has really served as a huge catalyst for these guys, because a lot of people were really annoyed about the whole woke thing with Bud Light.
I wonder how much the advertising costs to go for a public square for them to tell you buy this brand, not this brand. Now, I would assume that's where their revenue stream comes from, but I really don't know.
Yeah, maybe the referrals. I'm not sure yet. But I mean, they're a startup right now, so maybe they're just relying on venture capital, just cash burn. I don't know. Certainly some interesting topics to discuss. Guys, leave us some comments. Would you quit drinking, well, you probably quit drinking Bud, but would you quit wearing Patagonia in favor of some brand that you've never heard of? I'd love to hear your thoughts, whether you think it would be worth it, or maybe only worth it for lower cost items, but how expensive would you go? Leave us a comment below.